Hello everyone, sorry about the slight delay there. I forgot to unmute my mic and I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing again? I forgot to unmute my mic, so I was actually unmuting my mic. Anyway, this is the GRcade Twitchcast. There's no episode number because we're doing a pre-E3 chat, or as I'm calling it, pre-3. Because I'm sad.
Good. I see what you did there. See what you did there.
Yeah, see?
Saving a syllable.
Exactly.
Look at all that time we saved from saying pre-3 instead of saying pre-E3.
See, you know. One thing I'm going to say is, what do I call you on here again? Do I call you Ale or do I call you by your actual name?
Oh, let's just go with Aaron. That's
okay,
fine.
we'll go with Aaron. My name is still Pedz, by the way, everyone.
Hi, Pedz.
Hello. Right, so yeah, we're gonna be talking about E3 stuff. Basically, it's just like, hey, what would you like to see from Nintendo? Oh, I'd like to see Zelda smash Link's head in. That's not something I want to see. I'm just giving an example of things that some people might say. Maybe Matt. I don't know. Matt's not here.
Stop stealing my ideas, Pedz. That's exactly what I want to say. In the voice I want to see it in. Yeah, so so I'm a bit out of the loop here, so I can act as like in the movies there's always like a character that doesn't really know what's going on and then he can explain it for the audience, and you can explain E3 for me, for the audience. So it kicks off tomorrow, right, with your Summer Games Fest?
Yeah, Summer Games Fest is not technically part of E3, it's its own separate thing.
Well, our own separate thing, just going the day before E3.
I know. EA, I think, did the same thing. They were like, right, we're not part of E3 anymore. We're going to go on the same day as E3 starts or the day before something. It's like, well, you're still part of E3.
That was while it was still in LA, right? It wasn't virtual. And they were like, we're not part of E3. We're just down the road at the exact same time. But we're not part of E3.
I know what they were doing.
So we've got Jeff Key 3 tomorrow. That's Jeff Keighley's E3.
Jeff Key 3. Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is UK time, you know, because it could be like today in some part of
Asia.
America. Asia, yeah. Were they further behind? I thought they'd be in front. It'd be like Thursday. No, it'd be like Saturday for them because they're 7 years in front.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah,
anyway, so we didn't Summer Games Fest.
You didn't say hi to everyone. Say hi, Aaron.
Oh, hello everyone. Hi.
Don't matter. They're not really listening. Yeah, so you got Summer Games Fest tomorrow, and then you have. Oh, I got an itchy leg. You have.
When's itchy leg? That's after.
Itchy legs after Nintendo.
Right.
It's directly after Nintendo, but no, seriously, Nintendo is not Nintendo. See, I'm talking shit now. You distracted me with your silly question. Right, yeah. So we've got Summer Games Fest, or just Jeff Key 3, as you said. You know, we've got Ubisoft Forward on the 12th. At 8 o'clock BST. I will not be taking get involved in that unless, like, the thing is for me is Ubisoft with the whole kind of rapey culture that came out about it like a year or so ago. Like, it didn't seem like they really did anything. Like, they didn't sack anyone. They just moved them to different places. And I think until that's resolved, I'm not buying a Ubisoft game again unless I buy a second hand, so they don't get my money. And the only game I bought by them recently is Phoenix Rising or whatever it's called.
Okay, and you got that second hand.
And I bought that second hand from someone on GRcade.
Oh, well, very nice. I respect you standing by your convictions there, Pedz. Very nicely done.
The one thing I haven't done yet is I was planning on donating the same amount I spent to a charity. I haven't got around to doing that, so I don't know which charity to do it to.
Do you know what? We're going off on a complete tangent here. A game I would like to see at E3 actually, but probably won't be on there. I've discussed with my partner, who is a absolutely massive
A new Nancy Drew game.
No, not Nancy Drew. She's a massive fan of Harry Potter, but she's also a massive fan of trans rights. So how do you square that circle when J.K. Rowling's a massive transphobe? We're going to do the exact same thing. Buy that game that Warner Brothers are making secondhand and donate the money we would also have spent on it to mermaids. So there you go. Tying that back in. That's a game I would like to see at E3. I wonder if we will see it there. What do you think?
I expect so. Is there an actual E3 conference? Ubisoft Forward, Microsoft, Square, Nintendo. It doesn't look like it. So it might be.
So who would they?
That's the thing.
Where would that come under? That's Warner Brothers, isn't it? So
it's Warner Brothers.
It could pop up in Microsoft.
It could pop up Microsoft. Yeah.
Like it could be kind of like a sizzle reel in there.
Yeah. I don't know. See, I'm thinking. I have this feeling that if it gets shown, it'll be shown during the Summer Game Fest. I think it's more likely there because that's just going to be. Well, obviously the Xbox stuff is going to have third-party things as well, but I just feel Summer Games Fest is going to have more random stuff. I'm even wondering
I think we can count. Let's just count Summer Games Fest as part of E3 for the sake of this conversation. So do you think we could see the Harry Potter game tomorrow in
yes, I think it is possible to see the game. Another game that when I saw it, I actually thought looked pretty interesting. I'll be doing the same thing again though, secondhand. It's just I don't know. I think it will be shown, but I'm not massively anticipating it. Like I for a long time I disliked Harry Potter. I never read the books. I just watched the films, and I thought they were absolute pish. I thought they were shite. Didn't like them at all. And then I actually read the books and I was like, oh yeah, actually this book is alright. It's pretty good. And then like that wasn't that long ago really, but I quite enjoyed them. And then with the game, it's like, yeah, I'd like to play it, but I'm not like massively into Harry Potter. And from what I've heard, a lot of like the Harry Potter, like people, I was reading something and people saying, oh, there's a better book than Harry Potter. Blah 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 blah. It's basically a similar kind of thing.
That's my favourite.
Blah 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 blah. It's a similar kind of thing. I can't remember the name of the book. I've actually got it on Kindle. I think it's a series about the same kind of thing. And
Percy Jackson.
No, not Percy Jackson. It's a much older one than that. It is called A Wizard of Earthsea.
Oh, by Ursula Le Guin. Yes,
yeah, it's meant to be amazing.
I wouldn't say that is like for like Harry Potter. That's more.
No, I don't think it's like for like. I think a lot of people saying a lot of there are quite a few similarities in certain aspects. But
there's a bad Ghibli film of the book, and the wizard is voiced in English by Timothy Dalton.
Oh right, what book is that?
Is it very upset.
Howl's Moving Castle? Is it?
No. It's Earthsea. It's Tales from Earthsea. Ghibli made a film of that book. But yes, good book series. We're getting way off track. I would like to see Ursula Le Guin's Left Hand of Darkness at E3. I want to see a game.
That's the thing. It's like, to be fair, we go way off track all the time. That's why the Twitchcast normally lasts about 3 hours instead of an hour. Like we call the mini episodes an hour. An hour episode is a mini episode. So you know, we talk a lot. We go off on tangents, and people seem to enjoy it.
People love the chat.
All like 2 listeners seem to really like it.
You know, it's a small audience, but they're passionate.
They are passionate.
Yeah. Okay, so Summer Games Fest, then obviously Microsoft and Nintendo are at E3. Sony are not at E3.
They're at Summer Games Fest.
Right, they're going to be at Summer Games Fest.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know exactly what's happening there. I don't know if they're just going to have their games interspersed throughout the Summer Games Fest trailers, or if it's just going to be a section dedicated to Sony, or it might just be like 1 or 2 games. I don't think anyone knows, and if they are rumors or like a leaked list of what's been shown, I honestly don't know, because I avoid all that. Because for me, it's about, you know, the anticipation of seeing things, And I think if you see a list of stuff and it all gets shown, you've ruined the surprises for yourself. And if they don't get shown and it's something you really wanted to get shown, I guess there's going to be some disappointment there. So for me, it's just like, watch it. And I tend to enjoy E3 every year, even though it can be like not as good as other years. Like I notice a lot on like the internet, like, oh my God, E3 was fucking shit. There's nothing I liked there, nothing at all. And I'm thinking, well, there might be something there that you might actually be interested in if you give it a fucking try when it comes out, you dirtbag.
So, what are you interested in, Pedz? What would you like to see there? Talk to me. Let's just go all over the shop. Let's just abandon the sense of structure. I was desperately trying to give us.
We never have a structure, dude. Trust me. This is the wrong podcast. If you want to do that, you need to take it up with Carl and do the actual podcast, not the Twitchcast. Podcast is focused, 1 hour long, edited. Twitchcast live. Anything goes. Yeah, unless you slap your dick against your leg, you're not allowed to do that.
You'll never know. I'll just say it was a fish. So yeah, what do you want to say? Talk to me. Games.
Well, for me, I want to see some Breath of the Wild 2. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I don't think Breath of the Wild is the best Zelda game. Like a lot of people were, the hype I think was too big for the game. If that makes sense, I played it when it came out, but everyone seemed to be like, "This is the best Zelda game ever." For me, it's like. It's really good. There are some issues with it, and like one of my main issues, something that me, Matt, and Janu will have talked about on here, is like going into a camp, taking out a load of bokoblins and moblins and whatever else, and then you just get like a rupee or a worse weapon than you were just using that broke, and it feels kind of unsatisfying when you do that. So I'm hoping they improve that.
There were flaws too. I do agree there were flaws to it. For me, I think Breath of the Wild just about lived up to the hype. I really enjoyed my time with it, but I would love to see what they're doing for Breath of the Wild 2.
Would you say it's the best Zelda you've played, though? Like, for me personally, like it's an open world game, and I know people cite it as doing like stuff radically different, but apart from the climbing, honest and having stamina, like most open world games don't have. Some do. I don't understand what is so different about it. It's even got Ubisoft towers in the game.
Wow.
What am I not seeing that other people are?
It was good enough for Genshin Impact to just completely rip it off. I mean, I'm not here to defend Breath of the Wild. I just think that it was a breath of fresh air for the Zelda series. I think it was just really cool to see a game that felt very Zelda-y, but in a completely different take. I mean, for me, what I always like about Zelda, more so than the dungeons, well, as I get older, I appreciate the dungeons more, but as a kid, I just loved the in-between dungeons bit, and it was nice to have a game that harked back to that, and also a game that really harked back to Zelda 1, which I think was a cool take for the game. But I take the criticisms of it. I understand why they did the breaking weapon system. I get why they had to do that from a game perspective. It doesn't make it any less annoying, but I think that the game really tried to sort of encourage you, and this isn't for everyone, the game tried to sort of encourage you as seeing exploration as its own reward and not necessarily what you get out of it. I guess it's that sense. But that's me sort of philosophizing. I think what I got out of the game, I don't know what I want from Breath of the Wild 2. I think more of the same wouldn't work. So you'd need. I
think it needs to have dungeons. Personally, I miss the dungeons. They are.
You are right.
I do like them. That like needs to get rid of the motion control things because they were pointless. Because like the ones where you had to like balance a ball through a maze, I would wriggle it around really fast, flip the thing over, and then do it upside down so you could just.
But it was cool that you could do that. It was cool that it let you do that. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Okay, so on a slightly wider point, sticking with
as I was saying before, I said this years ago now, probably. What I want is basically Majora's Mask of the Wild. So basically, I want a like darker, story. I like Majora's Mask because like everyone cites Ocarina as the best to them, or like really high regarded Zelda, and I personally prefer Majora's Mask to Ocarina of Time because Ocarina of Time to me is just a slightly expanded. To me, Ocarina of Time is a slightly not a slightly expanded, but a expanded version of Link to the Past in 3D.
Yeah, and I don't think you'll find that your opinion there is that much of a hot take. I think you'll find lots of people that agree with you. Catch me on the right day, and I agree with you there.
Whenever I say, I'm going to play Link to the Past 3D, people don't seem to like it.
Right, well, no, I think that's a completely fair take. But Link to the Past 3D is a really good game in the same way that Super Mario 3D is a really good game. It might not be the most original, but it doesn't need to be super original to be a great game. I think there is some great tone in Link to the Past 3D that Link to the Past 2D doesn't capture. I think I was seeing the discussion on the forum about the whole as soon as you become adult, the journey to the Forest Temple, that first Forest Temple dungeon, that is just mwah in terms of atmosphere and the dungeon itself. I think that's great. I agree with you though, Majora's Mask really builds on that tone and foreboding. I think from Breath of the Wild 2, I'm gonna want to feel like it is more of an actual inhabited world. Like, the NPCs in Breath of the Wild felt like NPCs. They didn't feel like characters. They didn't feel like they had a routine. And I think if we're taking something from Majora's Mask to put it in, I'm not sure a time loop would necessarily work. It could.
I doesn't need to have the time loop. I just feel the more... I don't know.
Yeah, and NPCs that actually feel like they exist there and have a routine and have a life there. Yeah. And aren't just there to be like, hey, bye, cockery poop.
Oh, right, I thought you were going to say Bye Bye Beautiful, which I think is a song.
It is. Yeah, but just on the subject of games from Nintendo that we want to see at E3.
Metroid Prime 4.
Well,
we never want to see that.
And more than that, though, I need to see it. I want to see a lot of games from Nintendo because it really feels like, what have they got coming up? What is there?
These...
It feels really dearth. It feels like it's a big drought, I think.
There's that game building game coming out next week? No, Friday?
Oh, God. Game Maker Garage.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Great. Anything else?
Mario Odyssey 2?
Well, yeah, I'd love to see that. I'd love to. Come on, I need to see Metroid Prime 4. I need that game so much. I love Metroid Prime. I want a proper Switch.
I don't know what people's preferences are with the Metroid Prime series. Obviously not all of Metroid. Yeah. But Metroid Prime for me is 1, 3, 2 because I actually liked the nunchuck controls. I think though the game was a little more linear, wasn't it? But Echoes is, I think it's a bit too...
It was too difficult for me. I bounced off it.
I played through it and I enjoyed it. I just didn't get on with it as much as the first game. I think. Yeah. I think there was maybe too much to the game. I can't really explain what I mean. It just seemed like you had to not do too much, but it just didn't feel as organic as Metroid Prime, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like any sort of dark world that hurts you is just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, it doesn't let you into the past.
Well, exactly. Just turns you into a bunny.
Yeah, which is pretty fun, actually.
Urelia says, Game Builder Garage is all they need. Nintendo can sit back while we fill in the gaps in their lineup.
Exactly.
As soon as it comes out, Ubellian's making Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah. Another game I would like to see, as well as Metroid Prime 4, is a 2D Metroid.
Yeah, sure. I'll take another one of those.
Yeah, it's been a long time since...
Prime came out. Yeah, well, was it... Oh, I guess there's been... what was that 2D one that wasn't that well received? What was that?
Well, the remake of Metroid 2.
No, there was a 2.5D one. I'm thinking of an original one.
I can't remember anyone.
There's voice acting in it.
No, the last one I remember releasing was Metroid Samus Return of Samus, or whatever it was called, on the 3DS. It's a remake of the second game.
Yeah.
And the one before that, I thought the ones before that was Zero Mission, which was a remake of the first game.
Yeah, maybe, but wasn't there a Wii 2D game that came out? That had like voice acting in it, and
that game, the one that wasn't made by Nintendo.
It wasn't
Other M.
Retro, yeah. Other M, that's the one.
It was made by Team Ninja or something like that.
Yeah, it was a bit rubbish, yeah. But Fusion, that was great, but that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Fusion was before Prime, eh?
Was it before Prime or just after?
Well, it was definitely around the same time, because I know you could link up your Game Boy Advance and get the Fusion suit in Prime, and that was really cool. Yeah, me too.
It is Tecmo's Team Ninja. Yeah. Companies confirmed it, and therefore I am right. I am right for once.
Here's Danes. He's the guy with the game knowledge you need in the chat.
I'm not sure if there's another Team Ninja, and that's why Companies is saying Tecmo's Team Ninja. It's the people behind Ninja Blade, not Ninja Blade, Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
Ninja Blade was by From Software, best From Software game I've played, and it's mainly QTEs. Seriously, good game. Yeah. Nintendo. I'd like to see a F-Zero, and I would get it, but I'm awful at the game, so I'll probably play it like 5 minutes and then never play it again, simply because I am fuck awful at them, and I really am. I'm super bad at racing games, and those ones are just too fast for me.
I had GX. I was terrible at it, but really liked it, and I'd look very hard at a Switch F-Zero, I think. Here's one for you. Prediction: yes or no? Will we see a new Mario Kart? Because we haven't had a new Mario Kart for the Switch.
No.
I agree. Why no?
I think that basically Nintendo still having really good sales, I believe, with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I think basically they'll just wait till they bring out the Switch's successor. Like, even if there is this Super Switch coming or Switch Pro, if it's just like a slight upgrade and not a full fat sequel to the successor to the Switch, then I think that there won't be a new Mario Kart for it. If they do come out with this is the Switch 2, then I believe you'd get Mario Kart 9. Until then, I don't think we'll see a new Mario Kart.
I completely agree with you. Mario Kart Deluxe 8 is selling way too well. It's just wasted effort at this point. And yeah, if they do make a Switch Pro, whatever that's going to be called, new Super Switch Pro,
Ultimate Turbo
Edition.
DX.
If they do make that, I still don't think that there'll be a new Mario Kart, so I agree, we're not going to see that. Are we going to see more Splatoon 3?
I'm not sure. One thing I will add is chances are they'll release the Switch 2 next week and go, you can buy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Plus.
Right, yeah. You know what? I'd love some new DLC for Mario Kart Deluxe 8.
I think they should have done new DLC to keep it going, but they. I think the issue is it splits the fan base, doesn't it? An online game, it does. Like, if it's single player DLC, it's not so much of a problem. Oh well, that person didn't get the DLC, but I can still play it myself. And I guess you could say that about the multiplayer stuff, but if half your people have only bought it, then a lot of people are not going to be able to play with a lot of other people. So say like there's 10 people playing Mario Kart on GRcade and 5 get the DLC, 5 people are excluded from playing.
Yeah. Which sort of happened with the Wii U, except only 2 people had the Wii U anyway, so...
Yep, I had 2 Wii U's.
What did you? Oh, you had both of them, did you?
Yeah.
Both the sales of the UK Wii U's, cool.
And them both. Yeah. But Splatoon 3, I reckon we'll see stuff. I think they said it's coming early 2022. The problem, not so much the problem, but the thing with Nintendo is if they've got things to announce, they tend to just do a direct. So maybe we'll see a little bit of it, and then there'll be a direct later on, or maybe they'll do they wouldn't though. So maybe they'll do like they did the Smash reveal where they spent like 20 minutes, 30 minutes on Smash, something stupid like that.
Right.
But I don't.
I was so here for it. Everyone was getting so mad. I was like, yeah, more Smash. Tell me more.
I wasn't mad. I was disappointed. There's so much information that I just didn't really care about. But I don't think they do our Splatoon 3 simply because they've already announced the game. So it's kind of a waste. Like,
you're right. New Paper Mario, maybe. Maybe a new Star Fox. I'm just off.
Star Fox is a possibility. I can't see them doing a new Paper Mario because the Paper Mario Origami King only came out this year, last year, some point in the last year. I've got it. It still is rapping. So I can't say how good or bad it is.
Right. Yeah, I just want like a good Paper Mario game.
But that's the thing, like for me personally, people didn't like Super Paper Mario, but I did personally thought it was good. But obviously it's a different, like the aim of that game was different from the start. Like you knew what you were getting into with that, and every other one that's come out is just like Paper Mario, Sticker Star, or whatever the hell it's called. Like you're seeing it being demoed, and you're like, oh well, actually it looks pretty good, and then you're playing it, and it's like, well, this isn't what I wanted. And I think a true sequel to Thousand Year Door would get me very excited.
Yeah, same. A 2,000 Year Door. Okay, well, I feel like that's... Sorry, go on, Pez.
Cumberdine says, I have no interest in Smash whatsoever. Definitely a shout for most overrated series ever, in my opinion. I think Smash is very good. Smash Brothers Melee, or whatever you want to call it. It was my favourite version of the game, and it's never clicked with me as much since. I've never got into it as much, unfortunately.
I think Ultimate is very good. I really enjoy that game. It's my favourite fighting game. Yeah, true. I love Melee as well. I have very good memories of living in a dorm at uni in Japan with Melee and everyone playing that every day. Some great times, some great drinking games on that game as well. Yeah, no, I agree. So I feel like that's Nintendo.
Yeah.
I just want to see a lot from them.
I want to see a lot from them, but I'm wondering if they was to go, right, okay, this is one last thing. Do you think it would be like a new Mario game? Or do you think it'll be Here's Some More Breath of the Wild 2? Even though it's been announced.
So, it was the 35th anniversary of Mario last year, wasn't it? So, yeah. I think
Zelda's
it'll probably
35th this year.
Hey, it's Metroid's 35th as well this year, but they absolutely degaff about that. So I think yeah, I don't know. What was there was some Donkey Kong rumor, wasn't there? Some crossover Donkey Kong game. What could that be?
Oh, I think it was a rumor about Donkey Kong and something else, but I'm not really sure about it. It's obviously something else. I think it was Donkey Kong and Rabbids, something like that with Ubisoft.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like a proper Donkey Kong game that's.
Could see that. Yeah, could see that. Oh, Dark Ruler's just joined us right as we were moving off Nintendo. That's good, because I feel like Ruler's got some Nintendo opinions.
Yes.
By the way.
Yes, hello. I've definitely got Nintendo opinions.
What do you want to see from Nintendo?
Well, I was listening to you saying you don't believe it will soon, but Mario Kart.
Okay, I would. Okay, do you think we'll see Mario Kart at this E3?
I'm more hopeful of it happening than actually believing it will.
Okay.
Well,
I would bet money. I would bet money. I would bet £5 to a charity that we won't see it. I feel like you wouldn't take that bet.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Okay.
if I thought it might be shown, I would take the bet simply because if I lose my monies to a charity, not some scumbag who wants to bet with me.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I'm not calling you a scumbag, Aaron, honestly.
The charity has helped the Aaron Foundation.
All right, no, I don't like that. I don't like that charity.
Yeah.
That charity is
Lovely.
is just full of not very nice people, and you know, I couldn't support this Aaron fella.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you hope we see a Numerica. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rula. I fucking hope we see a Numerica as well. I really would love to see one. It's not going to happen. They're making way too much money on a game they made like nearly 8 years ago, right?
I think it'll be like a showcase of a new Switch. I do. It'll be like because Mario Kart 8 is a really nice looking game as well as it being like a really good Mario Kart. And I think
it looks lovely.
They'll probably use the game as Mario Kart 9 as some sort of
Tech demo? For the new console?
Yeah, not so much tech demo, but like a good. Like,
Yeah, but
someone was
enough
saying
tech.
like that racing games in general, not so much Mario Kart, usually really hyped up for, not hyped up, but are really always in these things because they visually look really, really good because it hasn't got as much to do as some other games. So it would make sense that maybe Mario Kart is the same, and that's why, so it could show like the things it's doing. Though most people, I guess, don't really care what Mario Kart looks like, and they just care about what it plays like. Like for a long time, Super Mario Kart was my favorite of the Mario Kart games, and that's a SNES game. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying SNES games are ugly. I'm just saying it's an older looking game when you compare it to, say, the new Mario Kart game, and it's a bit different. Not quite as visually sexy, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of sexy visuals, do you think we'll see the Switch Pro? Is that happening?
Oh, Switch Pro. See, in my mind, I'm thinking reveal it at the Summer Game Fest kickoff live.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That way,
On the head.
yeah, and that way, if other people have stuff they want to reveal for the Switch Pro, it's already out there. Don't have to wait for Nintendo to reveal it.
Yeah, that's
Now,
a good point,
using-
actually, because if you
Can
think
I-
about
can I-
it... Oh, wait, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, go on, Pedz. You go.
No, I was just going to say it's a good point, because otherwise, if something was to be shown before Nintendo's event, and like usually at the end of a trailer as what consoles is coming to, it could like be there like Switch Pro, or they might not be show the trailers until Nintendo. So yeah, you are right. I think that would be the best time to do it. Get it out of the gate straight off.
Yeah. So I just want to pick up on something you said, Rula, which was if anyone else wants to announce something for the Switch Pro, they can do. Now, that to me, I would have thought a Switch Pro would still play all games that a Switch would. Are you seeing this as something that will like cut the user base, like the DSi? Are there going to be some games that won't play on a normal Switch now?
It's not so much that, it's that we all know that developers like to show their games looking for the best.
Yeah,
And if they have something exclusive to the Switch, people are going to be raising eyebrows, say, well, you know, this looks more powerful than what the Switch can do. This looks better than what the Switch can do.
But it's actually just playing in pro mode. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Though knowing Nintendo, there will probably be some exclusives that will run worse on the normal Switch compared to the Switch Pro, or not at all, like Xenoblade Chronicles for the 3DS. Because that's Nintendo. Nintendo do what Nintendo don't. Yeah, that made sense. Nintendo do what Nintendo don't, because they take a step forward and then 90 steps back with certain things.
Yeah.
That sentence made no sense.
I get what you meant. Any other Nintendo predictions from you, Rula? Or thought, or wishes?
Nintendo are very hard to predict. They could come out with some random new IP that no one's ever imagined.
Yeah, they could literally just like, yeah, you're completely right. Nintendo are so hard to predict. They could literally just come out with some fucking cardboard that you just put together, and everyone be like, fair enough, yeah.
Or a Mario Kart game that you play in your living room on the floor.
Well, exactly. So.
What was that
Power
called?
Glove 2.
Oh
Power
no!
Shot.
Virtual Boy 2.
Power Glove.
No.
Damn. Metro Prime 4 is something we did talk about briefly. I didn't think Labo was cool as shit at the time. I thought it was shit at the time. Ask anyone about what I thought of it.
Yeah.
I only got a VR Labo because I wanted to have a look at the VR stuff on there, and that weren't great. It's much worse than the PlayStation VR. Before I've heard PlayStation VR is much worse than PC, so if you want to try VR, try it on a fucking PC.
Yeah.
I thought Labo was embarrassing. I don't see it being embarrassing. Nintendo have always, like, Nintendo were a toy company, weren't they, at one point? So it kind of full circle there.
It was a fun, cool idea. I like that they tried something.
Yeah.
Cool. I also like things.
But yeah, Prime 4 I doubt will be shown. It just won't. It won't.
Yeah.
Well, as rulers here, we may as well move on to Microsoft, because I know he has an Xbox Series S. Before we do that, though, I'm just wondering, Aaron, do you have a Series S or X or PlayStation 5, or planning on getting either of them?
So what I think I'm going to do is, because my situation at the moment is I'm going to be moving this country. I'm going to move out of the country within about a year. So I don't want to buy any big massive consoles to lug with me across the pond to America. So I will be buying all my stuff over there, and I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get a PlayStation 5 because I'm quite locked into the PS infrastructure after having a PS4, and then I'm going to get a nice gaming PC with Game Pass. And I think that will keep me kind of covered across the two. So
yeah,
I guess what I want to see. I know we're gonna do Microsoft, but what I want to see from Sony is I want to see more reason to get PS5. Because right now I know everyone's like, oh my god, PS5 shortages, well, can't get them anywhere, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine, because I don't like, even if I could get one, even outside of my situation of I'm holding off until I have a permanent base, I don't really think I would get one right now. Like, there's Returnal,
which is really good.
Yeah, cool. It
but
looks
very
good.
hard.
I enjoyed watching your playthrough of it. But like, that feels about it. Like, I play with a guy on Apex Legends who's got PS5. And he's like, yeah, all I play on this is Apex Legends. And he's like, I didn't really like the last God of War game, but I think I'm going to go back and force myself to like it, so I have a PS5 game to look forward to. So yeah, I want to see games.
Clank? That's coming out.
Yeah, sure. I guess that's probably not his thing. I think that looks good too. But yeah, I want to see games that actually make me want the next generation of consoles. That's what I want to see.
That's obviously going to depend on what you like.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
True. So yeah.
My most played, like, the games I've been playing on the PlayStation 5 has been like Returnal, PS4 games. I haven't played Apex for a while because every time I put my console, it's like, hey, there's not enough room to install an update. And I'm like, oh my god. And then it's just getting on my nerves. I'm tempted to install it on my Xbox, so I got more storage space. Returnal is really good. Obviously, there are some games which are cross-generation. The issue there is price. Like, Miles Morales is awesome. Sackboy: A Big Adventure is really good as well. So, like, it is worth grabbing one, but obviously, like, there's no real big incentive to. There's not enough exclusive games right now, but there are some coming from the looks of it.
Yeah, I will get one, and I think I will enjoy it by the end of its console life. I will have got my money's worth, but I don't feel like I'm missing out not getting one right now.
No, probably not. Unless you really want Returnal or Demon Souls.
which I don't. I think I can hold off a bit. Like I'll probably get Returnal when I get one. I'll get Demon Souls if it's cheap, but I'm happy to wait.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Or Destruction All Stars to play with you, Bellion.
Hey, I've got Destruction All Stars, so they gave that away for free, didn't they? PS Plus.
Yep.
I have that waiting for me.
Yeah, by the time you get it, you'll have a small collection of games as well, because you'll have a year of PlayStation Plus titles. Well, that's not going to be bad.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry, we were going to do Microsoft, and then I derailed it and talked about Sony for a bit. So,
yeah, we go back to Sony in a bit.
I didn't know you had a Series S. How's that treating you? What do you want to see from?
Well, the Series S has been good to me. It's a good upgrade from the One, definitely.
Did you have an Xbox One or One S or One X?
Well, I had a One, and then I upgraded to a One X.
So
not really particularly needed to, but more because I had to.
That's fair enough, man. I'm just wondering with the Series S, because I haven't got the Series S, I got the X. But I'm just wondering how it compares to the One X. Like Forza, for example. That's on both. How do they compare, Forza? Because I know you play that a lot, see, that's why I'm wondering.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how it would compare, because obviously even with the One X, I didn't have a TV powerful enough to take full advantage of, the power boost.
Right.
But it still runs great on the Series S. Definitely.
Oh, nice. No, that's cool. Anyway, I kind of derailed the subject then. With the Series S, we were talking about what you want to see from Microsoft.
It can lead directly to Forza Horizon 5, which I'm pretty certain we'll see reveal.
Hey, where's that going to be set? We've had England.
The rumor is Mexico, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah, the rumor is Mexico. Yeah.
Cool.
It's because someone saw a Forza sign next to a glass of tequila. That isn't the case, I'm lying.
There was Hot Wheels packaging that showed the new Forza collection, and the desert imagery on that packaging looked similar to what you'd find in Mexico.
Nice. I love it when things get leaked like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's not a straight out leak, but it's something you have to make a deduction about.
Yeah.
I'm wondering though, like, why are they Playground Games are the people who done Forza Horizon in there. So I'm wondering, like, I thought they were working on Fable 3 and I didn't realise they had more than one team. So I'm surprised.
Oh yeah, they've been hiring for new teams.
I didn't realise. But I'm also wondering why they're doing a Horizon game. Because I thought the last Forza game was a Horizon game, and I thought they do Horizon Motorsport like that since the Horizon series
for
came
the
out.
Motorsport. You'd think that, but Turn 10 are upgrading all of their technology, which is why the next Motorsport is taking a while.
Oh, okay.
And if the next Horizon's ready to go, why hold on to it?
No, that makes perfect sense. I just didn't realise. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah.
Perfect sense.
Yeah.
What do you look at? Like, I don't really know a lot about Mexico itself, so
No.
what? I'm like wondering what they can do in the Mexican area they'll be using. So obviously it won't be all of Mexico, I doubt. Probably like a small section, but I'm wondering because like obviously with UK you had some varied locations. In Forza Horizon 3, I'm pretty sure we had quite a lot of different locations, like biomes then, or environments, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah, we had the forest, a desert, and then the Gold Coast city. So there's definitely variety there.
Yeah, I reckon I'll be a good pick for a location, to be honest. Yeah, I can see it.
You got some quite good mountainous scenery there in Mexico.
Nice.
Could do a bit of like New Mexico with the are they the mesas, the little like outcroppings of.
Will Speedy Gonzalez be a playable car? Because he's from Mexico.
If
It's a Disney
only.
character, like I'm not actually about a real person.
If only. Maybe use a Hot Wheels car.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Just while we're on Microsoft, we haven't seen. Are we going to see more of? We have to, right? Halo Infinite.
Yes,
Right.
Halo Infinite.
Like we've got to see that because that was supposed to be a launch title with the series, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because it must have been because of the uproar about how bad it looked to a lot of people. They were like, "This is awful. This looks like a 360 game," and all that kind of stuff. It didn't like, but I think that I think they held it back for that reason, and I think maybe now they're gonna be like, "All right, we'll showcase you the game again. This time, it's gonna be much better looking or whatever." But who knows? I think Commodore saying he's hoping that Microsoft have bought Bungie again because that's a rumor. And I think even if they bought Bungie again, I don't think Bungie will go back to Halo. I think they'd carry on with Destiny.
Yeah.
And then they'd have Destiny and Halo on exclusively to the console and the PC.
That'd be full circle, wouldn't it? I'd enjoy that news.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to see from Microsoft, Rula? Because there's probably quite a lot of franchises. Like, I don't know what else, unless of course you've got stuff to say about Halo.
I'm kind of interested in Halo. Yeah, it'll be my first one, obviously, so I'm interested in jumping on with it.
The thing is, because like, and I really think it's like, I feel like everyone can agree Sony kind of quote unquote won at the last generation. I think this generation Microsoft because of all the work they put in Game Pass and stuff, and etc. And like, even if you're not that interested in Halo, you're gonna give it a go because you're gonna get it for free. You know?
Exactly.
Like, so, like you said, it's gonna be your first Halo, but sure, I'll fucking give it a go because like I can just jump in and see what it's like and try the multiplayer, try the single player, and yeah, it's something to play. But, like, so,
well, I played through Halos 1 to 5 and 3 ODST and Reach, and like I have been a massive fan of the new company. We've got 343 games, 343 Industries, something like that. Yeah. But like I just haven't enjoyed 4 or 5 as much. I preferred 5 to 4, which I think might be the minority opinion there, but I think 6 is going to be Infinite then is going to be supposed to be quite different, but from what I saw, it kind of just looks like Halo. How come it's the first one you've played then? Because with Game Pass, isn't Master Chief Collection and 5 on Game Pass?
Yeah, well, they're all on Game Pass.
Are you not interested in trying them? Or are you just going to wait for Infinite and go from there?
I just want to wait for Infinite first, yeah.
That's
have to go on point. May as well try the latest first.
No, that's fair enough.
I'm interested in seeing what Halo is. I haven't played a Halo since Reach, but I put a lot of time into 3. I put a lot of time into Reach. I love the multiplayer in those games. Had a lot of fun on the 360 with them, with GRcade Twitchcast back in the day. So interested to see what the new Halo's like, but again, not. I wouldn't rush out to buy an Xbox for it, but when I get Game Pass Ultimate, I will give it a go.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
I do know they're completely different games, one being third person, one being first person, but Microsoft do have competition because the Battlefield gameplay reveal is at their conference.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so it's funny with Battlefield. I'm saying it's funny because I was watching the trailer earlier. It's 5 minutes long and there's no gameplay. It's just it's like, I don't know, shite.
Well, it's kind of a cinematic trailer that kind of shows you what you can.
Oh, I get
basically being a prettier version of gameplay.
No, I get that, but like 5 minutes?
I know.
Just seems like overkill. You know, a minute would do.
Yeah.
20 seconds would do. We could get the gist of it for 20 seconds.
Well, they had to get the most out of the song they used.
I don't know if I had the sound on, actually, because I can't remember the song.
It was a remix of something from the Motley Crue.
Oh, was it like a slow down version, like everything seems to do nowadays? Just a slow version of a originally fast song to make it sound like a very depressing version of the song, even though it doesn't, just sounds shit.
Kinda. I wouldn't say it was slowed down that much, but...
They're all covers, so you can avoid paying the full royalties. And you can just get it between and then say you're being artsy at the same time. I blame Gears of War. Do you remember that first Gears of War trailer? With,
yeah,
Play it mobile. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say with Bad Religion, but it wasn't Bad Religion. It was the other song.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, all around me there's familiar faces. That one. Mad World.
Yeah.
New Gears of War, maybe, from Microsoft. Or Gears, as they're just calling it now.
Yeah. Possible.
I don't know. When was Gears 5 out? That wasn't that long. I haven't played that. I need to play it. I need to go through all of them.
That was 2020? Gears 3? Or early 2020?
Gears 3? Gears 5.
Sorry, Gears 5. That's the one. That's the one.
I haven't played Gears 5, but it looks like the character you play as is a different person. It's like it shifts to a different character from the looks of it.
It's Marcus Phoenix's daughter, I believe.
No, I don't think so. I think it's his son in 4, and then like his friend in the 5th one or something stupid like that.
Oh, I was sure it was Phoenix's daughter. No,
maybe it is then. Maybe I'm just bloody wrong, as I haven't played it. I haven't really seen much on it. Yeah. I don't think they would do another Gears. So I don't think they reveal a Gears yet. I don't know why. Then again, some companies reveal things 2 years, 3 years off.
I mean, they've got other stuff in the pipeline. Everwild, the new Fable.
Yeah, the Fable trailer was shite as well. Don't get me wrong. Sorry. I was going to say the Fable trailer was shite, but I don't mean it's shite in the sense of it wasn't a cool trailer. It was a pretty cool trailer, but it didn't show anything at all.
Yeah.
It was also not 5 minutes fucking long, not showing anything at all. It was about a minute not showing anything at all. So at least I didn't waste 5 minutes of my fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was you saying, Rula? Why you decided to have a little tangent?
Hey?
I said, what was you saying before I went off on a tangent?
Oh, I was just... Yeah, they've got plenty of other stuff in the pipeline, so they announced last year. They definitely show those and maybe some other stuff. Because, like, we're talking about Horizon 5. That's going to be something new. So there's obviously going to be some new stuff among all the other stuff. But Gears, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you think we're going to see anything about, Senua's, not Sacrifice, whatever it's called, the new one? Hellblade 2? Because obviously there was some stuff shown before Hellblade and a few other stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head now. I was just wondering if you think we'll see some of the things that were shown last year, this year?
Yeah, it's possible, but... Because it seems likely that the new LEGO Star Wars game is going to be shown at the Xbox conference again. So there's definitely third-party stuff there.
Yeah. Hellblade was fucking excellent, says Cumberdanes. I still have not played it. I've got it to play. haven't got around to it. Don't hate me.
Do you think we'll see? Is it Elden Ring?
Nope.
Oh no.
That's the From Software George R. R. Martin collab, right?
Yep. And no.
I think so. Yeah.
You don't think we'll see that? Okay.
I think that's probably dead and they just haven't said it yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
I think you would have heard. I thought you would have heard something about it by now. It's been like 5 years. I don't know if it's been that long.
I think we'll see it.
That's just you're hoping for them to show some George R. Martin Dark Souls, you know?
I mean, I'm not the biggest Dark Souls fan, to be honest. Anyone that watched me play through Dark Souls 3, I had I did that recently on this channel. I knew I had a very tumultuous and up and down relationship with that game, and I think with the Souls series in general. So I'm not wanting it, but I think we'll see it. I think we will. It feels about time to show something.
Yeah, I was about to say, if it was to be revealed or soon off, it definitely feels long enough for that to happen.
Oh, definitely. I think about a year or two ago was long enough for it to have happened, and it didn't.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I'm sure it's been about 5 years. Don't quote me on that, but I'm sure it was shown years ago for PlayStation 4, something like that. If it was shown, I wouldn't. Was the original Elden Ring trailer shown for Microsoft or Sony? Because they'd probably show on the same one. I would have thought.
Was it shown for Microsoft? Have I just completely gotten that wrong?
I don't know. I can't remember. It's been so long. That's what I'm wondering. I thought it was third party.
Yeah, I'm just getting it up on Wikipedia. Announced at E3 2019. So it hasn't really been all that long ago.
What? It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't 2019, was it?
It was. Yeah. Yeah. See, I just shut up because you sounded confident and knew what you were talking about, Pedz, and I was like, I'm sure it was only 2 years ago it was announced, Elden Ring. And you were like, it's been 16 hours and 17 years.
I swear to God, that's not right.
Pedz challenging Wikipedia. Get on there and change it, mate.
I'm going to change it to 2015. It doesn't feel like it was 2 years ago. It didn't feel like it was shown at the last E3.
Mate, what even is time anymore?
After the year we even endured, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying,
so
it was.
Does it show now? Rula, does it say? Does it say where it was shown?
Well, it was soon.
I was just wondering if it was for Microsoft or Sony. I have an inkling it was for Microsoft, but
it doesn't.
Multi-format. Yeah, I know it was multi-format, but I wondered if it was at one of the two conferences or something.
I'm genuinely shocked that it was in the last proper E3 that it was shown, because I thought it was years ago. Years ago. Not 2 years ago. I don't remember watching the last E3 going, oh look, it's Elden Ring. For the first time.
It was Microsoft.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
so we could see it at Microsoft's. We could see it at Microsoft conference this year. Then I reckon.
Very likely.
Yeah, it's multi-format, but they seem to be taking the lead in the marketing of it. And maybe there'll be a exclusive downloadable costume for Master Chief armor.
Or it'll be coming to Game Pass on day one.
Yeah.
Elden Ring.
Yeah. You can buy it for 70 quid on PS5 if you want to, or you can just get it for free here.
Yeah. And then it'll be timed exclusive.
Were you referring to MLB the show there, Pedz? Did you say? Oh no, you said and then it'll be, not MLB, which was
Elden
a very interesting
Ring.
scenario. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
MLB being on Xbox, I played it. There was a thing to do on Game Pass rewards to make a character on there, and you had, I can't remember, like 150 reward points. It's not a lot, but it all adds up. I think I'm on like 30,000 reward points now. So I jumped on the game, made a character, and then deleted it.
It's weird seeing the PlayStation logo. Like,
it is. I was saying that.
Sony made an Xbox Series game before Microsoft did.
It's mad that it came first or for that. It's funny though because people joke. I'll bring this is a segue. Good segue. People actually said with Bethesda now being owned by Microsoft, there's more Microsoft games on the PlayStation 5 than Sony games. And with that, we've moved into Bethesda talk. Are you expecting Starfield, Elder Scrolls, Fallout? Do you think any of them will be shown? And do you think it will say exclusive for the Xbox and PC Microsoft stuff?
100% it'll say Xbox exclusive or something equivalent. Sure.
Do you think it'll be a permanently exclusive thing, or do you think they'll give you like a year and say, right, you can have it now on the PlayStation 5, give us 70 quid?
No, it'll be permanent, the exclusive. Microsoft are absolutely desperate to build up their
portfolio.
Exclusives. They don't spend $4 billion. Was it $4 billion? Yeah, they don't spend X billion dollars on a studio to not snap up its exclusives. Because like what really hurt them in the last generation was not having the exclusives. You know, you think back. I think back on the PlayStation, and I feel good about my choice because I've played and had God of War, Last of Us 2, lots of others that I can't remember off the top of my head now. Spider-Man, all that jazz. Final Fantasy, was that exclusive?
No.
For a time.
It was like a timed exclusive,
Yeah, fair enough. Yes, and I think Microsoft have been really feeling that. So yes, it's going to be exclusive forever. We're going to see our Bethesda game. My money's on Elder Scrolls. It feels about time.
Well, they announced it in 2019, I believe. Elder Scrolls 6.
It flashed up, didn't it? Elder Scrolls 6.
And I think they announced Starfield, I think it's called, beforehand. I think it's called Starfield. It's basically it's going to be Elder Scrolls in space, kind of like Fallout is Elder Scrolls with guns.
It sounds like the Outer Worlds, isn't that?
Yeah, pretty much. But it's by Obsidian, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Like from when I played it, I didn't finish it though. My captain's name was Grum. As in, I was Grum, so I was like Captain Grum's space adventures for my VODs.
Very nice.
Lovely.
Everyone loves Grum.
I love Grum. We're gonna see some exclusive Bethesda stuff for sure. I think they need to show their investors that this is a good purchase.
Well, yeah, I think Fallout 76 will continue on the PlayStation. I think the thing is was Elder Scrolls or Starfield or Fallout 5 or anything that has been announced? I don't think Fallout 5 has been announced. Any of those games that were announced by Bethesda, were there already contracts in place with Sony? Because it may be that they have to release them then on the console.
Yeah, that's true. If there were any contracts in place, and they said that anything that was announced beforehand would still be coming, and there was after the purchase, a game still came out on there. I doubt this early in development there are contracts in place for the Elder Scrolls 6. I don't.
It's 2 years. It's been at least 2 years since the reveal, I think.
If
Rula wants to look it up and say, actually, Pedz, I've looked it up and it's been 24 minutes since it was announced.
Yeah, but Pedz, you're saying reveal. It was a logo. It was literally
No, I know, but obviously it was in development, so it might have been in development for 2 years. And as we know with Bethesda, they don't really update their engine at all. So it shouldn't take them long to make a new Elder Scrolls game. Been using the same engine since bloody Elder Scrolls 2.
I don't think you have any contracts in place that early.
No, You reckon?
No.
Later, I think that's going to be exclusive to Microsoft.
That's fair enough.
And I think Microsoft would have ensured buying it that, like, hey, Elder Scrolls 6, we can get that. We can get that exclusive, right? They would. I don't think.
It depends, doesn't it? Though, if Elder Scrolls 6 was already a contract, you might have thought that they could have been like, well, Elder Scrolls might not sell as well as Fallout, and as long as we got Fallout exclusivity for the next game, then maybe that would be enough.
Yeah, that's fair. I am wildly speculating there. That is fair.
Deathloop was already announced for the PlayStation 5. Yeah, that is coming to PlayStation 5. Deathloop. Yes. I think it's exclusive. Is it? No, I don't think so.
I keep getting Deathloop and Returnal mixed up. I forgot they were two different games.
Yeah, Returnal is the space one, and Deathloop is more like assassins killing assassins. And I think you have to kill like 10 assassins to be happy. Happy. Joy. Anyone know what that's from? Exactly. I'm trying. I guess none of you used to watch. I guess none of you watched Ren and Stimpy back in the day.
Oh no, that was always too gross for me. It always grossed me out too much.
What?
But speaking of like big companies, then anything from EA?
I don't think EA are they? Are they there, Rula? You know more than me about the schedule.
2 weeks later, they're not there, but they've got a big stream announced for like 2 weeks time, I think.
Okay, then.
EA aren't going to be there at all, except for other stuff with like Battlefield being at Microsoft. Their Play Live is in July.
Right. Okay.
So my personal opinion is EA will show us the same stuff. It'll just be like, here's some FIFA, here's some Madden, here's some other stuff that no one cares about.
I think they'll want to show us something from BioWare. I think they're gonna, like, their darling studio at the moment is Respawn, so they're gonna show something from there. Like the last thing, obviously Apex Legends is still going very strong for them, and it's like their massive success story. But you know, the last thing we had from them, which was also a big success, was Jedi Fallen Order. So maybe a sequel to that. Maybe
I have not played it.
If you
do you know Jedi Fallen Order? I believe that is getting a PlayStation 5, Xbox One Series X update. So maybe they'll show that running on a Series X or a PlayStation 5 to be like, look how much better it looks. Kind of like Square did with
That's worth a play. That's worth a play.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to play it. I've got it. I bought it like a while back, the deluxe edition for 20 quid. So, and then all of a sudden it came to Game Pass. I was like, fuck you, Game Pass.
I got it on Stadia Pro.
Speaking of Stadia Pro, before we move back to talking about EA, how is streaming a Stadia Pro game whilst streaming like to Twitch?
So for me, absolutely fine. Now I do have 500 megabits fiber to the premises internet in central London. So I'm probably not your average use case, but I think if you can get 100 megabits per second, I think it would be fine. So go back and check out my VODs, Pedz, but generally the latency is absolutely fine, perfect.
I would check out your VODs, but spoilers.
Yeah, that's true. But you can check out my VOD Resident Evil 7, which I was also doing via Stadia Pro.
Spoilers.
Okay. Or Journey to the Savage Planet.
Spoilers.
Well, anyway.
I've got that ready to play with my brother-in-law, Journey to Savage Planet, because it's co-op.
Just going to play Farming Simulator on it. There ain't going to be no spoilers there.
Yeah, it is. Okay. He might show me a tractor that I don't want to see.
Maybe I'll give Farming Simulator a go. But yeah, like the technology of Stadia is great. Like the technology is absolutely spot on. You don't realise you're streaming it. I got the deal with Cyberpunk. Again, I was playing it with Cyberpunk, where it was like 40 quid for Cyberpunk, a Chromecast, and a Stadia controller, and I felt like that was a pretty good deal because, again, like with my current situation, I don't have access to the latest games, so it's a good gaming PC. You don't realise you're streaming it. The latency is not there at all. It's exactly as if you're playing a game in your locally. And again, streaming it out to Twitch, no problems. As I said, I think the technology with Stadia is fantastic. It's just the sort of package around it, the fact that Stadia Pro, I only really have this long because I keep forgetting to cancel it, and I don't like how expensive the games are, and I don't trust Google to not shut all this down in about a year and I lose access to all my games.
Oh yeah.
On that note, I was very upset to see that there was a sale for PS Now, and I just sort of foolishly assumed, I can just stream PlayStation games to my laptop fine. If Stadia works, PS Now will work, and that works nowhere near as good as Stadia, unfortunately. So I'm hoping Microsoft launch their browser Game Pass Ultimate streaming soon, and I feel like they've invested quite a lot into their infrastructure, and I actually saw GRcade Twitchcast playing the beta of their browser stream, which is available to some customers. He was playing Banjo-Kazooie on it, so hopefully they launch that out. Winkle was trying the beta of the browser.
Oh, Winkle! I didn't know Winkle streamed.
Oh, he was only doing it to Discord.
Right, yeah. That's the GRcade Discord, yeah, right.
Just to show you that.
Yeah, he did it to the GRcade Discord just to be like, hey guys, come check this out. And I just popped in and watched him do that. And again, he had no issues with that. So it feels like Sony's doing is a little iffy. But
it's surprising considering Sony's has been going the longest.
Oh yeah, they bought Gaikai, didn't they? That was the company that they bought out. Hi Ubellion, how's it going?
I do believe that Cumberdane's, I think it's Cumberdane's, said before when he had no issues with it, but he was playing it on the PlayStation 3 or 4, and he was streaming the game, so...
To be fair, I'm trying to... It messes up when I try and get OBS involved. It seems to work okay, and then the second I turn OBS on, it stutters and goes all funny. But it's kind of weird that is what's happening, because like Stadia works fine, but it just unfortunately PS Now not.
Does PS Now maybe? I wonder if PS Now uses more resources for you than your laptop wants, but I doubt it.
It seems to be like an actual streaming issue anyway. We're getting down into my tech problems here, but one day I'm gonna buy a nice PC. I'm gonna get a nice capture card. I'm gonna do it all properly.
One of these days, I'll have my own capture card and kick ass. What were we saying? We were talking about what? EA. So we went before.
Because we were talking Respawn, and I would love. Because we went
a new burnout, proper burnout.
Right, I'll take a new burnout, but I would love, before we move off Respawn, I'd love Titanfall 3. I'd love that. I don't know if we'll get it because Apex Legends seems to be doing way too well.
Fuck Apex Legends, give me Titanfall 3.
But don't fuck Apex Legends. But like, there's room for both great shooters. They're both great shooters.
No, I'm not going to disagree with it, but I just want Titanfall 3.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting there, Rula.
Yeah. May as well make Titanfall the single-player experience to Apex Legends multiplayer.
Good, yeah. Well, the problem there, though, Rula, is that the multiplayer of Titanfall is great as well, and it's a completely different thing to Apex. Well, it's not completely different. There's room for both, but also Titanfall single player is great, and I would love another campaign.
Yeah,
I think I prefer Titanfall to Titanfall 2 multiplayer wise.
Fair enough.
I think it had better maps and.
I've got a good segue for us because I was thinking about this the other day. I always felt that there were big parallels between Respawn, who is a first-person shooter studio that broke off of a bigger studio after being quite famous for making a first-person shooter. Their first release was pretty much multiplayer only, and then their second one was much more acclaimed. Then it went downhill. I felt like there's parallels to that studio and Free Radical, who made Time Splitters. You know, broke off from Rare. Their first release was pretty much just multiplayer focused, and then they made the second one, which was much more wider acclaimed, blah blah blah. It was just announced that there was going to be a Time Splitters game, but it's going to be too early to see any of that, right? That's like,
I don't know,
we're not going to see Time.
Maybe it's been in development for a few years, and they've announced it now, and then they're going to, it's ready so people can watch a trailer.
I
a
feel
monkey running around shooting a zombie.
I feel like if you get this close to E3 and you've got something to show for Time Splitters, you just keep it quiet for a big surprise.
That's true. I'd rather disagree with you and say they're gonna show it, even though I actually agree with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, you are right. It was like what, like a couple of weeks ago at most.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you are right. It's probably pretty pointless doing that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Ubellion joined us, by the way. Ubellion, what do you want to see from E3? We've kind of gone around the houses now and said everything, so just jump in with whatever.
I can't hear you, Ubellion.
He wants to see nothing. Always
He doesn't
gaming
like
rooms.
games. His mic is playing up. Right, for Ubellion, because his mic is broke, he gets to have sexy snake butt. There you go. That's Ubellion for today.
Check your settings in Discord, just in case it's not selected, maybe?
Yeah. Right, all being silly.
I've
So
got to
long,
go
Mitch.
in like 5 minutes, guys, but one thing I did want to talk about is the future of E3. Will there be another one?
I think there will be.
Yes.
Will it have a physical presence?
Maybe?
Will it be majority online only?
I have a feeling they'd still want some sort of physical interaction. But if I can get away with the online-based stuff, I think I will.
Yeah, it just feels like the vibe coming out of like journalistic corners for the past couple of years is like E3 felt like it was dying on its arse a little bit. It felt a bit more like, what is the point of us all coming here to a certain degree? They obviously opened it up to the public a few years
E3
ago.
was for journalists and stuff, but it was also for like sales and stuff, weren't they? Like not through press, but like to the companies
like
in the background.
That's where you would, that's where like games retail buyers would go to make the deals back in the 90s. You know,
Exactly.
Like, oh, I've got a swap of new video games are coming up. gotta get our new video games into the stores.
Exactly, and the thing is now it's not as needed. Like I think before it used to be an issue where it had to be it was a certain time of year for a certain reason, and now things are getting announced willy-nilly through the year. It doesn't make any difference now. So I guess E3 may very well go digital, which would be a shame in some ways because it's been a big part of, like, it used to be that I would go to my friends every year and watch E3. It would be a thing. We'd have really nice food and watch E3, stuff like that. But now I just watch news.
I loved getting on Mike. We're getting on Mike with people back in GRcade back in the day. Like 2005 kind of era, and watching the streams together, like that was so much fun.
Talking on MSN, going, "Oh my god, they just announced such a good game!"
Yeah,
totally.
I was actually doing keyboard movements then. No one could see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember. I think I was only once I jumped on MSN for a conference because normally I was like visiting my friend, like I said, and I was doing that from like 18 or younger, so a while back, about 18 years.
Fun way to experience. I hope it'll keep going, but I don't know. It feels like the waters are muddying a bit. Jeff Keighley's muscling in. I mean, he only sort of like muscled in because he only sort of quote unquote muscled in because like last year it was so uncertain what was going on, and he was like, well, let's just, instead of paying a fee to this company to show your thing on the internet, you can just show your thing on the internet, and I'll just sort of like corral everyone to like, hey, don't you go at this time because this guy's going at this time, and you know it's better for everyone if we just sort of like, I'll just like herd you into a slot so you know you get your spotlight kind of thing. And like his thing go away this year.
Yeah, well, Summer Games Fest has been around for a few years now, and it wasn't just last year; it was the year before as well, isn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No, I think it's so. Last year. And Elden Ring was first shown in 1902.
Exactly, you are correct. That's when it was shown. I'm sure it's been around for more than 1 year, but obviously,
I think
don't quote me on that.
I think Summer Games Fest launched.
It's entirely possible you could be confusing it with a similarly titled Summer of Games or something. IGN so for E3.
No, I've never seen that. It was definitely with Jeff Keighley. I thought last year it was the second year. I thought the first year he was, or maybe I'm thinking of Summer Games Fest last year and like the Game Awards, and I'm mixing the two up. Maybe. It don't really matter anyway.
No.
But
it does matter if I'm white heads.
Okay, if it matters if you're right.
Hang on. But yeah,
I was going to say.
I don't think anything's going away.
No, it doesn't look like it. I was going to mention something, but I've forgotten what.
Yeah, it did launch for the first time last year.
So what was I mixing up with then? Game Awards.
Summer Games? Yeah, maybe the Game Awards. The Game Awards started in 2019, yeah. Oh, no, the Game Awards didn't start in 2019. The Game Awards have been going for a couple more years, but they're getting bigger each year. And that is sort of like almost like the winter E3, isn't it? So he sort of like, he sort of used his connections there to then like launch Summer Games Fest. And, but yeah, I don't think that's going away. Like, if you don't need a physical presence to get the buzz that E3 gets these days, you know, like you could show and launch that around that time, like how even when there was a physical presence at E3, like EA were just like, yeah, fuck this, we're not doing this anymore, we're not paying all this money, we're having our own better event down the street, like literally just down the road. You'd get on a bus outside E3, go to EA's E3 with blackjack and hookers, and like, and it just sort of feels like it's gonna be. I think there'll be like a expectation of like a summer game announcement event, but it might not be E3 anymore.
Very possible. What I was going to say is I remembered now, is back in the day was obviously really different again because you didn't have the internet like you did now. Like there wasn't like loads of videos of people going there. You would buy a games magazine with a disc with it or something, or there'd be some small videos. Just really interesting the way it was.
The E3 issues of games magazines were all so much fun. I used to love watching the game N64 NGC magazines around that time. Guys, I need to run off now. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure chatting to you all. I look forward to definitely seeing the new Mario Kart.
Yes.
All right, in a bit, guys. Bye.
Bye. Is Ubelian in Discord? He is in there. It's just his mic is playing up still. You need make sure you check your user settings to see if it's set to the mic. If it's showing as default, change it to the mic you're using anyway. Mine are messed up like that sometimes, and the default doesn't work. Makes no sense.
I like that.
I'm trying to think now about what we haven't spoke about E3. Because obviously we've talked about Nintendo a little bit about Sony, but you know. Yeah, Nintendo had Space World. Forgot about that. Well, I didn't, but I forgot to mention it. Space World was a big thing, wasn't it? There was also like, didn't Microsoft have like X Fest or something like that? I don't think it's called X Fest.
It was something like X something or other, part of their Fan Fest event.
Yeah.
Where it would be a special Inside Xbox stream.
Yeah, I just hit my fucking mic, sorry. I'm trying to think what else is being shown. Ubisoft, I'm not watching, I've already said that. Are you interested in Ubisoft?
I'm only interested in Riders Republic.
What's that, a racing game, is it?
It's kind of like Steep, except you've got mountain bikes in there as well.
Ah, I think I remember seeing that, like, last year.
Yeah, last year. And then it was meant to release early this year, and then they delayed it.
Yeah, I think a lot of things got delayed. Do you think there's going to be a lot of things shown at DC generally, from any of the conference, a lot of things shown going, this is coming this year? Even things that have been previously announced, do you think there's going to be? Or even, and also anything new that's going to be, this is dropping today! That kind of thing, you know.
All the stuff definitely will drop today. Like, Nintendo had that one time where in the Direct it was, Fortnite is coming, download it now!
Yeah.
So there's Nintendo is definitely going to pull that again. I think they've pulled it every year since at least 2017. As for other companies, don't know. There'll definitely be some stuff releasing this year.
I think that's the thing, you've got the pandemic that's affected the development of games.
Yeah.
And it's making the PlayStation and the PlayStation 5 and the Series consoles look a little sparse and kind of pointless because everything's had to be pushed back. And like, it's like, how is everything so sold out when everything is struggling to even get anyway with the games?
All the heavy hitters are just delayed. No one really knows when things are going to be released, except Nintendo, of course, because with their strategy of only announcing stuff when it's ready.
Yeah, they never used to do that as
not
like they do now. They used to be kind of like everyone else, like with there's this game coming. Been 5 years, Nintendo. Where's my Zelda?
Yeah. They do have a habit of announcing massively big stuff too early, like with Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, Metroid Prime, Bayonetta 3. You know, some stuff have messed up with. And then you've got stuff like Mario Golf being announced and released within 6 months.
No, you are right about they're mostly sticking to a strict we'll announce it when it's ready policy. Company says more about Final Fantasy 16 would be nice, maybe more on the Dragon Quest announcements. But I think Square Show may be more Eidos. Is it Eidos? Focused?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy is a game series that, like, I've enjoyed 6 and 9, but I've never finished a Final Fantasy, unless you want to include Mystic Quest. Dragon Quest, I've only played 1 or 2 of them and never finished them.
Played 7, was it, on the 3DS? And just never finished it. Got to a certain point, and then just never continued. That's
fair enough. The issue is they're long games and quite involved, I guess. So
Yeah.
it's hard to stick with there and not so much get bored, but drop off and want to play something different and new, and then you just don't go back. Like,
Yeah.
I bet you got pushed to talk on.
I don't know, really.
Dragon Quest 3 is getting an Octopath-looking remake. That's cool. Octopath is lovely.
That'll be interesting.
Dragon Quest 1 to 3 is. That's fair enough. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, we've been going for an hour and a half. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Because it doesn't look like Ubellion's going to be able to join us. So I'm wondering, is there anything you want to talk about? And if not, we can...
As a final thing, GTA has to be there somewhere in amongst it all. You just know that Rockstar are going to have some presence there with GTA.
Do you think it's going to be GTA 6 or more about the GTA 5 online stuff? Oh, just 3 is getting remade. Okay. Oh, you said I like. Sorry, I read his message wrong. He said Dragon Quest 1 to 3 I saw. But he actually said I like Dragon Quest 1 to 3. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the GTA 5 next gen version is more than likely going to be there. The remake of GTA 3 would be the perfect time to be revealed at E3. And this is just wishful thinking, but if they're doing the past and the present, then why not show off the future as well? And also give us GTA 6?
Yeah. You think they would show all 3 though?
No, definitely not.
Then use Red Dead Redemption 3 and a remake of Red Dead Revolver. Use all other games.
No. Red Dead Redemption 2 remaster for new consoles, despite the fact it technically already has one through backward compatibility. You just know it would happen.
Yeah. And it would still sell a fuck ton.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. Well, what else would you like to talk about? Otherwise, we can call it a wrap.
No, I think we've covered pretty much everything for E3.
What do you think is going to be the big announcement from everything? Amico becomes the best-selling console of all time with pre-orders?
Yeah, that sounds plausible. Trying to keep straight face.
Saints Row 5! Oh, please! Please show me Saints Row 5!
They said nothing's coming, though, as far as I'm aware. They've said nothing's coming.
Rula, you spoiled it for me now. I don't want to watch E3 anymore.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. It was a few days ago, I think, where they said they weren't going to be there at all.
Ah, that sucked.
Yeah.
Ubellion's disappointed. Right then, I think that's us then.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll call it quits. Not quits, but it's the end. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Aaron, thank you for taking part earlier. And Rula, thank you very much, man. It's been a pleasure having you on as always. Hopefully we can catch up soon. Maybe do a Sonic 06 chat, a mini for an hour or something soon.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna switch to the ending screen and then we're gonna jet off. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yep.
Don't forget, check GRcade.co.uk, GRcade video on YouTube, at GRcade on Twitter, and GRcade on Facebook. Bye all.
See ya.